How's it going, and welcome to the Guitar Effect. My name's Rob. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this, the JIMS 800 from TC Electronics Ampwork series of amp modeler pedals. But before I do, as always, I'll ask you to please like and subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you can be kept up to date every time I put out a new video. So I guess the first thing we should do with the 800 is have a listen to it in the track. So here you go. So, this is the JIMS 800 from the Ampwork series by TC Electronic. The Ampwork series is there. One pedal does one amp modeler at a time. So, one pedal does one amp. I think from having done recorded the audio demo of this already, this is very much designed to work into a effects loop return or into indeed an interface or a mixing desk. So this replaces your guitar amp. I don't think it's really designed to augment a guitar amp. So what it is a 2-channel amp in a box, right? So you have on this side there's a switch that switches between a green and red channel, like on the actual twin channel 800. It's modeled after Marshall JCM800, by the way. And then you have an independent boost, which is controllable with a knob in the middle. The controls are gain, boost and level, and then bass, middle and treble. So pretty self-explanatory. Gain is how much distortion, level is how much volume, boost controls how much the boost boosts your sound. Channel switches between the green and red channels, clean and dirty. And then there's some cool stuff on the back, right? So on the back there is an input, an output, a DI output, so that's like a speaker compensated output. There's a presence control, which by the way I've had backed off completely for this entire demo. It's a very, very bright pedal. And then there's a pre or post boost switch, which basically means it either puts the boost before the pedal or puts the boost after. If it puts it before, when you hit the boost you get more gain. If it puts it after, you hit the boost and you get more volume, and it really does work in that respect. So just my initial thoughts on this, or kind of my final thoughts on it actually. I thought this models a JCM800 very, very, very well. The thing is, I thought I liked JCM800s more than I actually do. It's a very 80s sounding amplifier. It's very fizzy, and it's just very 80s sounding. It's very it likes power chords and it likes palm chugging and stuff. It likes overdrive pedals. I demoed with an overdrive pedal before it and a reverb pedal after it. It deals with all that very, very, very well. So, speaking of which, let's have a listen to it now. So here you go. Okay, so to demo the JIMS 800, right, what I'm doing is I'm going out of the guitar into the T-Rex Street Diva Drive, and from the Diva Drive into the JIMS 800, and then I'm taking one output from the non-emulated output and going into the stereo side of the arena reverb, and then I'm taking the emulated output and going into the mono side, and then the two of those are going out in stereo into my interface, just 2 channels of my interface, right? So what that means is one channel has a speaker compensated output and the other one doesn't. I think it's an IR that has it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an IR onto the other side in the DAW. I'll put the opposite, right? So I can't remember whether the default speaker cab on the JIMS 800 is a 412, I assume it is. I'll put a 112 on the other side so that okay, so that's the setup. What I'm going to do is show a couple of different sounds, right? So sticking to the pedal by itself, I'm going to bring the reverb down so it's barely noticeable. It's there, but barely noticeable. Okay, so the green channel. Boosting the volume up full. How clean can I get it? I can get it completely clean. But really you want the volume up somewhere around there, I think. So what's good about this is, now whatever way I set my clean channel, and that's the way I want my clean channel. That's how I want my clean channel. I'm on the back pickup of, by the way, this is my Fender US 60th anniversary American standard Strat, and it's just a standard Strat, but it has, what are they called, bare knuckle veneer board Strat pickups in it. Great guitar. As you can see here, I have the mid boosted quite high on this clean channel. I have it boosted high on both channels actually. The JCM800 needs mids, I find. So that's the clean channel. So just to show the boost into the clean channel. Really, really nice. I can give that a bit more gain. And then the boost, which I have set in the volume boost position, and the reason I've done that is that means putting the boost post. If I want more drive, I'll hit the Diva drive, and if I want more level, I'll hit the control how much boost I get with this middle boost knob. Like it around there. What that means is I have my clean channel, my distorted clean channel, for want of a better word, and then I have my lead sound. I'm after driving the inputs on my interface there, bring that back down. Yeah, it's still driving. 1 sec. So yeah, works out an absolute treat as a kind of a full setup for doing kind of clean boosted and lead sounds. Right, so I'm switching over to the dirty channel. To watch the inputs on my interface here. Roll around the tone knob back on my guitar slightly. Great drive sound. The maximum. sound. It's a high gain sound, but not problematically so. Can scoop it, make it kind of more vintage. Nice with a Strat that, but and then what I can do is for a more high gain sound, I have this Overdrive set with Tube Screamer. There's a little switch over here, so it's like a mid boosted sound, and then I can also add the boost for a lead sound. Again, I'm peaking my interface. All in all, into an interface or into a PA, if you want a kind of all-round usable Marshall clean sound and then a mid to high gain Marshall dirty sound, you can use it combined with pedals. Obviously, you get some pretty good results. I suppose I'm less of an 800 guy than I thought I was. I like it. It's probably a little bit too 80s for my particular taste. It's very 80s sounding. I think maybe what I might do is swap this out for the JIMS 45 version, which I think would be more up my street, and use pedals with that. I think it does the JCM sound very, very, very well. It's just not necessarily massively my thing, but I think it's very good at what it does. So, there you go. The JIMS 800 from the TC Electronic Ampwork series. I never said this at the beginning actually, but this is built like every other TC Electronic pedal to withstand being stood on several times. It's built from what I think is, it's either really hard plastic or metal. I think it might be metal. Oh, and I never mentioned it's also got a headphone jack on the side where you can just plug in headphones and listen to it, and it's got a USB input. I don't know actually if the USB input is just for editing software or something like that, or updates, or whether it can be used as an interface, but either way it's got a USB input. If you're looking for an 80s-ish Marshall JCM800 kind of sound, I think this is a really good way to go if you want to go direct or into the effects loop return of your amp. By the way, if you're going to the effects loop return, use the out, and if you're going into a desk or PA or desk or recording interface, use the DI. So yeah, like I said at the beginning, I'm not going to be hanging on to this because I think the 45 will be more up my street. This is a bit fizzy and a bit 80s-ish for my taste, but if that's what you want, I think it does it really, really well. So not for me, but if you like 80s and you like kind of slash and that kind of stuff, I think this does it extremely well. And also, the fact that there's no menus or screens or anything like that, if you want just one amp for going direct and you want to be able to switch between channels, which I think is really nice, it's really good. And then the boost being able to be pre or post means you can place it in your signal chain where you're going to get the most out of it. So again, from TC Electronic, I really like TC Electronic. This is a very well thought out piece of kit. And it does the job it's supposed to do, in my opinion, very, very well. So there you go. The JIMS 800 from TC Electronic, the first I've tried of their Ampwork series. Sounds really good. So, as always, if you watched this far, I say thank you for watching this far. If you have, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel out a huge amount. And if you do like gain pedals, check out the Wampler course, which is linked down below. It's a course on the various different types of gain pedals that you can get and use and how to use them. It's a really, really good course, actually. And if you do go via my link, you get a 25% discount and I get a kickback from it. So that would be great. Check it out if you like it. Take the course. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in another video again soon. Take it easy. Bye-bye.